The Math-EC curriculum contains several components to aid the teacher in presenting the concepts. The first is our instruction pack. The instruction pack includes the instructional DVD, which provides explicit lesson-by-lesson instruction for the teacher. This includes directions on how to use the manipulative blocks to present the concept, as well as specific examples to demonstrate the how and the why to the students. The second component of the instruction pack is the instruction manual. This includes complete solutions for the student work, as well as every example given on the DVD with written detailed instruction. The instruction manual has additional teaching tips that are not included on the DVD. We recommend having at least one instruction pack per classroom in most school settings. The student pack includes the student workbook and the test book. The student workbook typically has 7 worksheets per lesson, 3 lesson practice sheets focusing on the new concept and its application, 3 systematic review worksheets covering the new material as well as review of math concepts previously studied, and at least 1 application and enrichment sheet giving more practice or introducing enrichment topics. The test book typically includes 1 test per lesson, 4 unit tests, and a final exam. These can be used to help determine mastery or as extra worksheets. There are variations in the number of worksheets and unit tests, especially in secondary math materials, Algebra 1 through Calculus. Manipulatives are an essential part of every level from primer to Algebra 1. Instructors will use them to model concepts, and students will use them regularly for further exploration of concepts and to reinforce key mathematical concepts. They are a recurring element within the instruction, practice, review, and enrichment sequence and are used at several different stages in instruction. Depending on the level, different manipulatives will be required. Primer through Delta use the same integer blocks which all students need to access. Epsilon uses a distinctive set of fraction manipulatives which students and instructors will need for Epsilon. Zeta through Algebra 1 use a conversion kit, the algebra decimal inserts, in conjunction with the standard blocks. Students and instructors will need access to these for specific lessons in Zeta, Pre-Algebra, and Algebra 1. The Geometry through Calculus courses do not have any required manipulatives. With these components, it's easy to present the lesson using our 4-step approach. First, the teacher should prepare for the lesson. The instructor will watch the video lesson to see how to demonstrate the new concept with the appropriate manipulatives. Written explanations and additional examples are included in the instruction manual. Next, the teacher is ready to present the new concept and explore it with the individual student. The teacher may wish to have the student watch the video lesson or may move directly to an interactive presentation using the build, write, say method. In all cases, the teacher should model building the example problems and then encourage the student to practice the skills. Additional examples can be taken from the appropriate lesson practice pages. The teacher should write down the solutions step by step while working through the problems and using the manipulatives with the student. As the teacher and student build and write the problem, they should talk through the why of the problem at the same time. The instructor should give as many opportunities for the student to build, write, say as necessary until the student fully understands the new concept and can demonstrate it or teach it back to the instructor with confidence. One of the joys of teaching is hearing a student say, "Now I get it," or "Now I see it." When the teacher is certain that the student understands the concept, it's time to practice for mastery using the lesson practice problems from the student workbook. It's one thing for the students to watch someone else do a problem. It's quite different to do the same problem themselves. Together, the teacher and student will complete as many of the lesson practice pages as necessary until the student understands the new concept, demonstrating confident mastery of the skill. The student may not need to complete all the practice pages. Remember, to demonstrate mastery, a student should be able to teach the concept back to the teacher using the build, write, say method. Give special attention to the word problems, which are designed to apply the concept being taught in the lesson. Once mastery of the new concept is demonstrated, students progress to the systematic review pages for that lesson. These worksheets review the new material, as well as provide practice of the math concepts previously studied. If the student struggles, the instructor should reteach these concepts to maintain mastery. If a student quickly demonstrates mastery, it may not be necessary to complete all the systematic review pages. The application and enrichment lessons may be scheduled any time after the student has completed the corresponding lesson. These pages provide a way for students to review and use their math skills in a wide variety of different settings. Some of these activities may be challenging and may require a new way of looking at concepts. Encourage students to think carefully for themselves, but do not hesitate to give them as much help as they need. These pages provide a wonderful opportunity for guided exploration and development of mathematical reasoning. Mastery of the concepts in these pages is not required for students to move on to the next lesson. The lesson tests should follow the worksheets. These tests were designed to be an assessment tool to help determine mastery, but they may also be used as extra worksheets. The students will be ready for the next lesson only after demonstrating mastery of the new concept and maintaining mastery of concepts found in the systematic review worksheets. Our approach is explained in an ancient proverb which says, "Tell me, I forget. Show me, I understand. Let me do it, I remember." To which we add, "Let me teach it, and I will have achieved mastery."